Hi, my name is Jasmine, and welcome to Glow at Home. So I'm a homeschooling work-from-home mom to an incoming grade 3, grade 1, and a 3-year-old who I'd like to already enroll in a preschool coming school year 2021 to 2022. And because I would like to avail of Charlotte Mason's Principles of Easy Days. I'm already planning ahead because the only reason we met the Charlotte Mason homeschooling method was because of the pandemic, so we weren't very prepared. And also work was very hectic when I started out, and it's only now that I've acquainted myself with the different schools of thoughts with curriculums and the living books, the wealth of living books out there that we can feast on. So I'm building my curriculum choices, and the process is quite tedious but very, very fun. So I'd like to show you my first draft of our curriculum choices. Okay, so as you can see, I am neck deep in planning, and my method for selecting the curriculum or the books is mainly based on, number one, the economics of it, so the one that would cost me the least. So a lot of the things that you see here are free samples or printouts that I'm going to test on my students. And then two, I'm also considering the curriculums that cover or suggest readings or living books that are already in our library. Okay, and then number three, I also need to manage my time because I also have a full-time job. So what I have here are possible integrations of subjects in one curriculum. So let me show you per subject according to the local Philippine Department of Education standards. The Charlotte Mason homeschoolers usually have morning time, and what I'm considering for my morning time is a gentle feast, although it costs quite a lot. But when I compare it to the other curriculums, it's the curriculum that mostly has covered a beauty loop that I like. So a beauty loop would include music studies and art studies. So I've already actually selected some books that I can substitute or use. I also have this enrichment studies that I got for last school year for my grade 2 from Simply Charlotte Mason. So supposedly this is a lesson plan on enrichment studies, which I consider is the beauty loop. It should have covered art, music, literature, but I had a hard time putting together the selection for this, and I felt it was pretty dry. Okay, so sorry that that's not part of it, but I wanted to show you the process anyway. So the reason that I like this morning time is because it already has Bible verses, a quick run through of virtues, memorization. There you see. So this is just a sample. And then I've also integrated book list selections from our homeschool provider, Living Learning Homeschool, and I have already picked out artists. So I have here puzzles of artists that we can cover for the whole school year. And then I'd also like to incorporate Philippine art. So I got this from Look for Juan. So these are workbooks, and yeah, so basically this is just for their free time. So this is Ben Cab, one of our local national artists. So that is for morning time. I'm pretty sure that my little boy will be joining already for morning time. So for him, I have Gentle and Classical Preschool. So this is free, so I already downloaded this, but I'm gonna test this on him alongside the Peaceful Preschooler. So I have this already. The binder is already ready. So it's really the thing with peaceful preschool. I'm not sure if it's something I can keep up with because of the preparation involved. He's already been doing doodles on this, the good and the beautiful handwriting. So I printed them and put them in laminated sheets so that we can erase and redo them. I am already ready with a PreK course book for language arts. So this is just really phonetics and writing. I don't think he's ready for that yet, but that's on standby. I also wanted to expose him to alphabet. That's a little more, paano ba? Deep. So these are the weight of words, the human rights alphabet. I also got that from looking for one, and also this one, numbers in Filipino. So isa, dalawa, tatlo, ang kahon ni Lola. So basically I am merging principles of or lessons in Filipino and English. I also have these Makabata flashcards. So, ayan. And then maybe I will be reading him the Jesus Storybook Bible already, which his sister feasted on for kindergarten. Okay. Another thing that we can do together with all the kids, so aside from the beauty loop, the morning time, would be ideally Bible study. So Bible study is something that I wanted to get from A Gentle Feast, but I am now checking if I can instead use the history or the Bible curriculum that I have used on my grade 2 last year, which is the Simply Charlotte Mason curriculum. So there are 36 lessons per each. Although that's my problem because the Simply Charlotte Mason curriculum actually is a 6-cycle loop, and because my grade 2 has already gone through Genesis and Matthew, even if she and my grade 1 would be in the same form, I'm quite hesitant. So I wanted a new history and Bible curriculum for my grade 3. That is why I think my runner-up would be my runner-up would be A Gentle Feast. Okay, and then I'm gonna mix it with another history lesson. A Gentle Feast also has a history curriculum or spine. The thing is, it's heavily American history, and I'm not inclined on doing that. So maybe I will do the story of the world, or not. It would be a supplementary reading to that. I also have history of the good and the beautiful. I'm a little worried about the comments that I got that it's a bit whitewashed. We don't like that. So, but the cycle, the 4-year cycle is pretty okay, and it really loops around, so we were not stuck in one timeline. I'm not sure though if my students would prefer that. So I'm ready in case we tackle ancient Egypt or ancient Greece. But ancients are only tackled grade 4 upwards, so we'll see about that. So my grade 2 student already finished this. But if we decide to go with I think A Gentle Feast or back to Simply Charlotte Mason, I will have to read my grade 1, this one. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that I just read one history. Okay, my little boy though is so fascinated with prehistoric monsters, as in he picks out this book from the bookshelf all the time. So I'm quite inclined to start with the ancients, also because this one that we're reading now, A Child's History of the World, starts with ancients. So I'm taking my time here just in case it's something that I can use. Kaya lang I have to build my own history there. Anyway, I will be building my own history for Philippine history. There are a lot of living books that I got from Adarna, and Tahanan books, The Learning Basket, and Pumple Pie. So I have already So Ru has already finished reading this, so I will go through them again in more detail, integrating them in the lesson. So I am studying my first year high school history book, History of Filipino People. I might use this as my spine, or my basically my teaching manual, and then I'll just pick living books and divide it into 36 lessons, one per week, and then start off with this one as a read aloud, Prehistoric Philippines by Ambeth Ocampo. I know it's a little complicated for grade 1 and grade 3, but it's never too late to start them with patriotism. So I'd like to call my history lessons actually culture. So it's an immersion in nationality, history, and humanity. Because really, world history and the ancients is a study on humanity, or our history as humans. So that's what I like about it. Ayan, I will probably do a unit study for science. I have unit studies of the good and the beautiful. So these are already ready. I need to start with botany if ever, because Charlotte Mason's principles are deeply rooted in nature. Ideally, it's through living books and not unit studies. So I need to see which one resonates with my students. Gentle and classical, nature is free. So that I think a gentle start for nature studies is what I can do for all three of them. And then I've already laid out a selection of books that we already have. The Bee People, the Burgess Bird book for children. And then I have these flashcards, obviously for the smaller boy. This one is from the Living Learning Homeschool Library. And then again, Filipino books for nature stuff that are unique to the Philippines. So that's for science. I will start with nature before we go into the animals and the space. Okay, individually, my student will have to work on their maths and language arts separately. So for my grade 1, Ru, she's gonna start off with math lessons for living education in level 1. So this is from Master Books. Yeah, so this is a PDF that I already printed out. And then I got the Math 2 course book of The Good and the Beautiful when they went on 75% off over the holidays. Lovely, lovely activity box. My grade 2, incoming grade 3, found The Good and the Beautiful very, very childish. So she already has the level 2 of this one. I'm gauging if I can do level 3 with her, and she's already feasting on race arithmetic for children for oral math. For language arts, okay, this is really where I'm having trouble, but I am inclined to also do a gentle feast for both grade 1 and grade 3. So these are samples that I will test on them, because frankly, there's nothing much that I got from the individual studies of Simply Charlotte Mason. It's very dry for me. So there. And then I also like the book selection of Blossom and Root. It's a secular curriculum, so I think I will use this. And their science. The science also of Blossom and Root is something that I'm considering. However, The Good and the Beautiful Language Arts level 1 to 5 was free. So I downloaded that and printed. This is what we're using for kinder now. Again, my grade 2 student found it so boring. That's why I think she will like the one for Blossom and Root and the Gentle Feast. So either of the two for my grade 2. The goal is to be able to read the same book to both students, and then they will work individually on their exercises, especially because my grade 1 still needs work with reading, and then my grade 3 is a voracious reader. So actually she's done with Grammarland, home geography. So this is actually a social studies book. She's also already done with Beautiful Stories from Shakespeare. So I might introduce her to a more complicated Shakespeare text. but also she needs help with her handwriting, so that's what I'm gonna get from A Gentle Feast, or I'm also considering the Institute of Writing Arts, something like that. Yeah, but it's a little expensive, so we'll see. So ayan, so this is my short list of curriculum and book choices. So because I'm leaning towards Blossom and Root, also because of the secular approach, but A Gentle Feast because of the verses in the Bible studies that are very simple, not very imposing. Blossom and Root because of the beautiful book selections, and because now we already have some stories that will be covered in the book list that I saw so far. So that is just a quick run through of my short list for my curriculum choices for my grade 1, grade 3, and my preschooler for next school year. Help me decide on what to get them, because I have yet to put the numbers together, and I have to choose the language arts program between A Gentle Feast and Blossom Root. I'm inclined to go with Blossom Root, but it's a little more expensive, but I already have the books for that. So that's the process of how I put together our curriculum, and then wish me luck in DIYing the Philippine history curriculum. So that's really something that I'm quite passionate about, to teach the kids and then integrate the Filipino wika. I also wanted to get Adarna House's Wikahon. So I'm just so excited to share them with you, even if I still don't have them yet, because I can't afford them yet. But let's plan together. So plan with me, because I work with VP Amo, and we make planners for a living so that we can live our best lives. So I'm very, very inspired to plan for the kids' education. So let me know what you think. Help me decide, and comment below.